I've been debating whether to post this for weeks. I don't know if I'm losing my mind or if something genuinely wrong is happening in my apartment. I need to tell someone, and maybe you all can help me figure out what's going on before I completely unravel. This is going to sound insane, but I swear every word is true. I moved into apartment 4B about 3 months ago. It's a small one-bedroom place in a crumbling old building on the edge of town. The rent was dirt cheap, which was perfect since I'm a broke grad student. The landlord, a wiry guy named Carl with a permanent cigarette dangling from his lips, warned me the place was quirky. I thought he meant leaky pipes or creaky floors. I wish that's all it was. The first week was fine. The apartment was dated, peeling wallpaper, mustard yellow carpet, and a faint smell of mildew, but it was home. I was too busy with classes to care. Then, on the 8th night, I heard it for the first time. The echo. I was in bed scrolling through my phone when I heard my own voice say, "Hey, you awake?" It came from the living room clear as day, like I'd just said it myself. Except I hadn't. I froze, my heart hammering. I live alone. No roommates, no pets, no one. I grabbed a kitchen knife and crept to the living room, but it was empty. Just my thrift store couch and a half-dead fern. I chalked it up to exhaustion and went back to bed, but I barely slept. The next night, it happened again. This time, it was a sentence I'd said earlier that day during a Zoom call with my advisor. "I'm really struggling with the data analysis." It wasn't a recording, it was my voice, but softer, like it was coming through a wall. I checked every inch of the apartment. No speakers, no hidden devices, nothing. I even knocked on my neighbor's door, an older woman named Mrs. Hensley, to ask if she'd heard anything weird. She just gave me a pitying look and said, "This building's got stories, kid. Best not to listen too close." I tried to ignore it, but the echoes kept coming. Every night, around 2 a.m., I'd hear snippets of things I'd said. Sometimes from days ago, sometimes from hours before. "Pass the salt," from dinner with a friend. "I'll get to it tomorrow," from a call with my mom. Always in my voice, always from the living room. I started sleeping with earplugs, but somehow, the words still slipped through like they were inside my skull. Then things got weirder. One night I heard something I hadn't said yet. "I can't keep doing this." It was my voice, but desperate, almost sobbing. I hadn't said those words, ever. I tore the apartment apart looking for answers. I checked vents, tapped walls, even ripped up a corner of the carpet. Nothing. But under the carpet I found a faint outline of a trap door in the floorboards, sealed shut with rusted nails. I didn't have the tools to open it, and honestly, I was too freaked out to try. I started recording the apartment at night with my phone. The first few nights, the footage showed nothing. Just my dark living room, silent except for the occasional car outside. But on the 4th night, the camera caught it. My voice saying, "It's under the floor." The video showed the empty room, but the audio was unmistakable. I hadn't said those words. Not that day, not ever. I played the clip over and over, my stomach churning. The voice wasn't coming from a speaker. It was like the air itself was speaking. I called Carl the next morning and demanded answers. He laughed it off, saying old buildings make noises and I was hearing things. But his voice shook, and he hung up fast. I went to the library and dug into the building's history. Turns out it was built in 1923 as a boarding house. In the 1950s, a tenant in 4B, a woman named Clara Vance, disappeared. The records were vague, but a newspaper clipping mentioned she was last seen acting erratically and talking about voices in the walls. The article ended with a single line. Her apartment was found empty, save for a locked trapdoor in the floor. I was done. I bought a crowbar and pried open the trapdoor. It took hours. The nails were rusted solid, but it finally gave way. Underneath was a crawl space, maybe 3 feet deep, lined with damp wood. In the center was a small metal box, etched with strange symbols I couldn't read. I know I should have left it alone, but I didn't. I opened it. Inside was a mirror. Not a fancy one, just a plain, handheld mirror with a cracked glass. But when I looked into it, I didn't see my reflection. I saw me, but not me. My face, my clothes, but the background was different. It was my apartment, except the walls were covered in those same strange symbols, glowing faintly red. The other me was staring back, mouthing words I couldn't hear. I dropped the mirror, and it shattered. That night, the echoes changed. They weren't just my voice anymore. I heard Clara's voice, or what I assume was Clara's, soft and pleading. "You opened it. You shouldn't have." Then my voice again screaming, "Get out of my head!" I hadn't screamed that, not yet. I tried to move out the next day, but my lease has a hefty penalty for breaking it early, and I don't have the money. Plus, something's wrong with me now. I feel watched, even when I'm not in the apartment. Yesterday I said, "I need coffee," while walking to class, and last night I heard it echoed back in 4B. It's not just the apartment anymore, it's following me. The worst part? Last night I heard a new echo, one that hasn't happened yet. I'm sorry I didn't know. It was my voice, but it was coming from the crawl space. I sealed the trap door with duct tape and pushed my couch over it, but I can still hear scratching under the floor at night. I don't know what to do. Mrs. Hensley won't talk to me anymore, and Carl's number is disconnected. I found a Reddit thread from 2 years ago about this building. Someone in 4B posted about echoes before their account went silent. I'm scared I'm next. Has anyone dealt with something like this? What's in that crawl space? And why does it know what I'm going to say before I say it? I wasn't going to update. But something happened last night, and I'm freaking out. I couldn't sleep, so I stayed up researching the symbols I saw on the box and in the mirror's reflection. I found a match in an obscure occult forum. Apparently, they're part of an old ritual meant to bind a moment. The details were vague, but it said the symbols trap a person's voice and thoughts in a specific place, looping them forever. The mirror is supposed to be a window to see the trapped moments. The forum warned, if the mirror breaks, the loop breaks too, and whatever's trapped can move. I think I screwed up by breaking the mirror. Around 3 a.m., the scratching under the floor stopped, but then I heard footsteps. Not in the apartment, inside the walls. Slow, deliberate steps circling the living room. Then my voice, from the crawl space, whispering, "You let me out." I grabbed my stuff and ran to a friend's place. I'm crashing on their couch now, but I still hear my voice sometimes, faint, like it's coming from my phone or the street outside. It's saying things I haven't said yet, like, "Don't go back," and "It's too late." I checked my lease, and there's a clause I missed. Tenant acknowledges that apartment 4B may contain residual phenomena. What the hell does that mean? I'm going to the building's records office tomorrow to see if I can find more about Clara or the trap door. If I don't update again, assume I didn't make it. Please, if anyone knows how to stop this, tell me. I don't want to hear my voice anymore. Hey everyone, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss an update. Your support means the world and helps us keep creating awesome content for you. Share with friends and join our community. Blast off.